Good evening. Oh. Good evening, Your Honor. I'm Chair of the Zoning Board of Appeals. And what we're going to do is I'm first going to have members of the committee introduce themselves. And then we'll open, as part of opening the hearing, I will then read the notice. And after we read the notice, we'll ask you to go over your plans and why you're looking for the variance and the rationale of looking for the side setback variance. Okay. And once we have the open, we'll have the hearing. And then I'm not sure if any abutters will be joining on the call. It gives a chance for the public to make comments, ask questions. And then we close the public hearing, open the public hearing of the ZBA, where we can either make a decision this evening on granting, not granting the variance, or postponing if committee members have more questions and so forth. Okay. Okay. Again, I'm Kathleen Braun. I have the committee members introduce themselves, and then I'll read the notes. And I'm going to mute. Bear with us. We have to kind of mute so we don't get the feedback. So
I'm Ron Harrow, member. Jeremy Carrier, member.
Rick Bollier, member.
Okay, and now I'm going to read the notice as it was published. In accordance with the MGL Chapter 40A, Section 9, the Granby Zoning Board of Appeals will hold a virtual public hearing using GoToMeeting on March 16th at 6 p.m. The nature of the hearing is to consider the petition of Andrea and Joseph Lagasse, hopefully I'm saying your name right, applicant owner seeking a variance of the Granby zoning bylaws, Section 3, Regulations 3, Table 2, dimensional and density regulations regarding an insufficient minimum side setback regarding a proposed construction of a detached garage at 20 Green Meadow Lane, known as map 9D-C-9 in the town of Granby, Massachusetts. What we'd like to ask you to do is to talk about your project and the reason why, because it's a 15-foot normal side variance, and I believe by your drawings, you're looking for it's 3 feet. So it's quite a difference in the normal 15-foot side lot setback. So I'm going to mute. And Joseph or Andrea, would you like to share some information about your project?
Sure.
Thank
you. Thank you for taking your time with us tonight. So we are proposing basically a 2-car garage, Cape style, with a dormer shed on the second floor, just for a little more floor/headspace. Its location is at the end of our driveway, our existing driveway right now. We have a deck off the back side of the house, which we generally use as more of our front door. It's our most common door used. Our less than half-acre lot, the way our layout is in the back, we would, if we built right on top of the driveway, the existing driveway, we would have that same exact problem, where we would have, less than 16 or 15 feet to the property line. If we went to the other side of the house, we would again run across the exact same problem, just on the other neighbor's plot. The other limiting factor is our septic tank, where that exists in the back behind the house. That we are not allowed, you can't build on top of a septic tank. So we won't be able to push over more than 3, more than where we are proposing now, because we would run into either the leach field or the septic tank itself, the D-box and all that. Any questions?
Thank you. We have all the information that you submitted. That won't be the last time that happens. And so I see it's a good drawing. It's a 3 feet from the side lot. I understand you want it straight off your current drive. We received some information from the building inspector, and his own one observation, excuse me, is that he said that it appears to be enough land on the lot to allow the construction of the garage with full attention being paid to the side lot offset, meaning that you do have the 15 feet on that side. So if you wanted to just explain a little bit further, I'm just curious why the building inspector thought you might have enough space while the way your septic or your leach field is, that would be a problem. So that's one of my questions. And now I'm going to mute, and then I'll open up for the committee to ask other questions, okay? And please respond.
Okay, so yeah, if you're looking down the driveway, and the property line in question is at 3 feet, to the left of the proposed building is, you could move a little bit closer towards the septic tank. I don't know that you could get 15 feet there without hitting a septic tank. You couldn't go further back without hitting the leach field. The way our house and the way our driveway would be, if you did move it over any further, the 2-car garage no longer becomes a 2-car garage. You would be, the 1 car looking at the garage door to the left would back or pull into our house or to the existing house. You would have to set it back further over. We're already kind of like, that car is gonna want to do a little shimmy just to back out or pull out and pull in as needed. So that, I don't really feel that the pushing it over any further, even a foot, makes that beneficial. I don't want us to back into the corner of our home, pulling in or out of the garage. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Thank you. Committee members, questions? Rick, Jeremy, Ron? Yeah.
I didn't add I don't believe in the drawing, I used the actual measurements of where the septic tank exists off the back of the house. I know obviously the town has those types of plans. Okay, yeah, maybe they're there. But I know that my tank, the corner of my tank, or the distribution cap, is 29 feet off the corner of the main foundation of the house, not the addition off the side. That helps
Okay.
anybody off the map.
So it's off, the addition is the piece that sets back a little bit on your house.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
29.
And off the back of that addition is a 16 by 16 foot deck, which when the garage does go up, that deck is going to go away, and basically we'll do a brick patio down there instead, and stairs down, and just a small set of stairs from the back door down, so that deck won't be in the way of the garage, the cars driving in and out.
Thank you. Questions, anyone?
I'm sorry, you came in really choppy. Can you try that again?
Something about the abutters.
Were you able to hear the question, Joseph?
No, he's frozen on my screen. I can see that his mic is live, but I can't hear anything now.
Okay, okay. His question was whether you had talked to the abutters at all, or heard from them that they had any concerns, because 3 feet, so, it's pretty close to a boundary.
So Kathleen. I personally spoke with all of.
Yeah,
the
I heard, did top butters, is that you were aware of?
Yeah, so I've spoke with every neighbor around us, and they've all given us verbal communication that they have no quarrels, they have no intentions of showing up on this meeting. And if they did, they would have let us know, as they all received the certified letters, and I went up and down our own street and nobody had any issues. I did not go to Deerbrook, but I stayed on Green Meadow. However, I did speak to the house directly behind us on Deerbrook, and they were fine.
Thank you very much. One question I had,
Oh, yeah.
it looks like a wonderful garage. The design is great. What's the purpose of the room above? We're getting feedback. What's the purpose of the room above? Let's try it
Were you
again.
asking about the second floor?
Yes, it looks like a wonderful design for your garage. It looks like you have you'll have an additional room. What's your thought of use of that and just?
Sure. So last year, we went from a Cape style house. We added a second floor to the home here. We literally lopped off the roof here. I don't know if you're aware of those plans. We went for a full second floor. So basically went from a Cape to a colonial. In that, we lost a lot of storage attic space. We have basically a low attic space that's unfinished, no storage space up there, just a little cock loft entrance up there in one of the closets on the second floor. All of that stuff moved down to the basement. So, you know, we have two growing boys. They're both young. We don't know exactly where all their hobbies are going to be and what kind of space they're going to require. So we're using that more as a storage and a flex space. So whether it's, you know, my wife enjoys hot yoga, so maybe a little quiet retreat for yoga type thing. And again, a lot of bins and, you know, seasonal storage as needed, just to kind of replace that attic space that we utilized a lot before the addition went upstairs. We don't anticipate, and we're not planning on any plumbing going that way. Electrical, yes, of course, but not plumbing. I know this kind of looks like an in-law situation, but with our septic tank, I don't even want to get involved in anything like tying into a septic tank from a different direction, and nor do I want my in-law.
Okay. Thank you, Joseph.
Thank you.
Okay, questions, comments, thoughts? Okay. I guess for me too. Okay. What I'd like to do, I'm going to keep my mic on, is could we have no more questions. I'd like to, if we get a motion to close the public hearing for this, and do I have a second? All in favor? Aye. So we've now closed the public hearing, so no additional comments. So, and now we open the public meeting of the ZBA so that we can discuss whether amongst ourselves publicly our decision and whether we'd like to take a vote tonight. I feel better in regards to this because the 3 feet it's tight. So, and for us, the ZBA to grant a variance, there has to be a reason, not just because you like it on that spot on the lot, you know, because it's in fairness to your neighbors and your abutters. And so with your explanation of where the leach field in the back and your tanks, that makes me feel better. I don't know about. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now, would we like to take a vote this evening to grant or not grant this variance? Okay.
I'm ready to vote.
You ready to vote? Okay. Joseph, which I'd like to share with you, we're a 4-member committee. So for granting a variance, it needs to be unanimous. Okay. So I'd like to make a motion, or I'd like to ask for a vote for those all in favor of granting a variance. What do we?
Just want to make the inclusion in there, make sure that the building is not allowed with plumbing, just in case there was.
Very good. What we would like to do in taking this vote is put a stipulation, as it were, that certainly electrical could be added to the upstairs, but we will note that if we grant this variance, that no plumbing would be put upstairs. And I'd be happy to include that in our vote. So the vote would be, if we would like to grant the variance of the setback, the side setback, to Joseph and Andrea Lagossi, with the stipulation that electrical can be installed, certainly on both floors, but no plumbing on the second floor. All in favor? Aye. You have a unanimous vote to grant the variance, Joseph, okay?
Thank you all very much.
You're more than welcome. What we will now do is I'll complete the paperwork. I will drop it off at the town hall. It will be granted, the variance will be granted, but with the stipulation, no plumbing on the second floor.
Mhm.
Okay, and that normally, and once I'm going to drop it off tonight, to tell you the truth, because I have my clerk here that can help me sign the forms, and so it will be there tomorrow. And the rule is that no construction can be made, even once we file this, or any work can be done for 20 days. That allows anyone to contest the granting of this variance and so forth. But after that, you follow procedures, you're good to go. So thank you. I wish you and your wife and your family good luck. And thank you for following the process, applying for the permits. We really appreciate it, because that way things are done right and proper, and safety and everything is taken care of. So thank you. Being no further business, may I have a motion to close? Is there a second? All in favor? Aye.
Thank you, everyone.
As of 6:19, our meeting is now formally closed. So thank you so much. Take care and stay well.
Likewise. Thank you, everyone.